This problem, if you see, the powers of A and B are 1, and you want to find the third powers of A and B, that is power 3 of A and B. That means obviously you will have to cube both sides, right? And then find. So we'll start with A plus 2B is equal to 5. You cube both sides. A plus 2B whole cube must be equal to 5 cube. Now we use A plus B whole cube formula. A cube plus B cube plus thrice A B into A plus B is equal to 125. 5 cube is 125. So that means here you get A cube plus 8B cube plus this is 6AB into A plus 2B is equal to 125. You get A cube plus 8B cube plus 6AB. Now A plus 2B is 5, so you put 5 here. Okay. So this is equal to 125. So that means now you get your answer. The proof. A cube plus 8B cube plus 30AB must be equal to 125. And this is what was required for you to prove. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Number 24. Now question number 24 is if x square plus 1 by x square is equal to 27. Find the value of three x cube plus 5x minus 3 by x cube minus 5 by x. Okay. Now this is a little long in the sense that although here you know the power 2. See, till now what have we done here is whenever the power was 1, power of a variable was 1, we could move to power 2, right? Power 2 of the variable. And we could also move from power 1, we were moving from power 3. This we were doing by squaring, and this we were doing by cubing, right? But what if the power 2 is given to you? What if power 2 is given to you? See, from power 2 you can move to power 4 by squaring, right? But from power 2, how do you move to power 3? How do you move to power 3? In fact, what you need to do here is from power 2, in order to move from power 2 to power 3, first of all, you need to move to power 1. From power 2, you need to move to power 1. And then from here, you can move to power 3 by cubing. Is that clear? This concept?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you see in this sum, see the power 2 is given to you. But you need to find out power 3 here, right? And also power 1 is there. So once you know power 2, you can move to power 1 as well as you can move to power 3. So what you need to do here is, first of all, you need to arrange the powers. Okay. See, this is a mixture of power 1 and power 3. So what you do here is you start from the given expression. So given expression is equal to 3x cube plus 5x minus 3 by x cube minus 5 by x. Now you take the power 3's together. So you have 3x cube minus 3 by x cube. And you take the power 1's together, plus 5x minus 5 by x. Now what you see here is you have 3, can take common from the first two to get x cube minus 1 by x cube. Okay, and here you have x minus 1 by x, right? So that means that if we know the value of x minus 1 by x, and if we know the value of x cube minus 1 by x cube, we can find out the value of the expression. But we don't know x cube minus 1 by x cube. Neither do we know x minus 1 by x. But we know that from power 1, from power 2, you can move to power 1, isn't it? So once you can move to power 1, you can find out the value of this. And from power 1, you can move to power 3. So once you move to power 3, you can find out the value of this, right? So once you know power 2, we first move to power 1, then we'll move to power 3 and get the values individually of the two. Okay, so we start with the given value. So what is the given expression here? X square plus 1 by x square is equal to 27. Now the way I'm doing here, it may be different from the way that I have done in the notes. If you find it convenient, the way I've done in the notes, you do it that way. Otherwise, you follow this to do it this way. Okay. So you have x square plus 1 by x square. We need to find x minus 1 by x. So what do? We have x minus 1 by x whole square. We find out the value of x minus 1 by x whole square. We have x square minus 2 plus 1 by x square. So now you have x square. You take these x square plus 1 by x square together. You have minus 2. And what is the value of x square plus 1 by x square? 27 minus 2, which gives you 25. So that means x minus 1 by x square, I'm getting a whole square, I'm getting 25. That means x minus 1 by x, I'll get plus or minus 5. Let us take the positive value, square root of 25, which is equal to 5. Okay, let us call this 1. We'll be using this later on. So we have got this value here. So from power 2, if you see, I've got the value of power 1. Okay, by this method. Okay, now what we can do is, again, once we have got the power 1, we can now move to power 3. So we start by saying we have from 1, x minus 1 by x is equal to 5. Now we want to move to power 3 because we want to find out the value of this. And we can always move from power 1 to power 3 by cubing. We cube both sides. So this is a cube minus b cube minus thrice ab into a minus b is equal to 125. So you have a cube minus b cube, and here what will happen? This x will cancel. You simply get thrice x minus 1 by x is equal to 125. That means x cube minus 1 by x cube minus, and what is the value of x minus 1 by x? It is 5. That means x cube minus 1 by x cube minus 15 is equal to 125. That means x cube minus 1 by x cube. You take 15 on the other side, you get 125 plus 15, which is equal to 140. You call this 2. So now if you see, from the power 2, we have got the value of power 1. And we also got from power 1, we have got the value of power 3. So now we put in the given expression. What was the given expression? This was the given expression. This plus this, right? So we'll write the given expression once again. Hence, given expression is equal to 3 x cube minus 1 by x cube plus 5 x minus 1 by x. Now we simply put the values. 3 x cube minus 1 by x cube we have got from 2, 140, minus 5, and x minus 1 by x we have got the value from 1 here as 5. So this is 420 minus 25, which must be equal to 395, and that is your answer. Okay, any question here? Move on to the next one, number 26. Number 26 is also very similar to this one, where if you see that the power 2 is given here, number 26. We'll see the question. Okay, question here is, if x square plus 1 by 4x square is equal to 8, find x cube plus 1 by 8x cube. Okay, this. Now, here again you see power 2 is given, right? X square plus 1 by 4x square power is given. X square plus 1 by 4x square is equal to 8, which can also be written as x square plus 1 by 2x whole square equal to 8, right? So the power 2 is given here, right? We want to move from power 2 to power 3. How do you move from power 2 to power 3? In order to move from power 2 to power 3, we must first find out power 1. Okay, so how do you find out power 1? Which one is your a here? This is your a, this is your b. So we will first find out a plus b, x plus 1 by 2x whole square is equal to, we have x square plus b square plus twice a b. This and this cancels. So you get x square plus 1 by 4x square plus, and this 2 also cancels, plus 1. And what is x square plus 1 by 4x square given? It is given as 8 plus 1, which is equal to 9. So how much we are getting? We are getting x plus 1 by 2x whole square is equal to 9. That means we are getting x plus 1 by 2x is equal to square root of 9, which is equal to 3. Okay, so we've got the power 1. Now once we have got the power 1, now we can move to power 3. Okay, so how do we move to power 3? We start from power 1 and we cube both sides. Thrice ab to a plus b is equal to 3 cube is 27. Now you have x cube plus 1 by 8x cube plus this x cancels. You simply get 3 by 2 here into x plus 1 by x is equal to 27. Put the value of x, this is x plus 1 by 2x. So this is x cube plus 1 by 8x cube plus 3 by 2. Now x plus 1 by 2x here is 3, right? We have found out. Multiply this by 3. And now this is done. Okay, you take the LCM. This is 45, right? So therefore, what is the value of this we are getting? (45 by 2). So you can also write, if you want to write in mixed fraction, better still you leave it as a fraction and write this as 22.5. Fine. Any question till this part? We move on to the next sum then. Number 30. Now number 30 is a very important sum. Okay. Just write down the sum first. This sum can be done by two methods. Problem here is if x is equal to 5 minus 2 root 6, find the value of root x plus 1 by root x. Now this, if you remember, this kind of sum we came across in which chapter? In the previous chapter, in rational and irrational numbers. I did not solve this sum, but in fact I told you that this sum is very important and that you should do this sum, right? So now you've come across this sum here once again. I'll show you both the methods. In this, I think I have done by one method. Okay, I'll do the here by two methods. Okay, first I will do the method that I have done here, that is in the notes. Okay, method 1. And this is the preferable method. Okay, this is a better method of doing. Method 2 is not a very good method. Try to do with method 1 whenever you get this type of sum. So method 1 here is given x is equal to 5 minus 2 root 6. Now see here, see, if I square root x, I'll get x, isn't it? And if I square 1 by root x, I'll get 1 by x, isn't it? So that is why what we do here is we find 1 by x first. Therefore, 1 by x will be 1 by 5 minus 2 root 6. Now this denominator here is irrational, so we rationalize the denominator by multiplying the numerator and denominator by the rationalizing factor. Rationalizing factor here is 5 plus 2 root 6. So multiplying the numerator and the denominator by the rationalizing factor, 5 plus 2 root 6, this is what we'll get. Now simplifying the denominator, you see that the denominator is in the form a plus b into a minus b, which is a square minus b square, which is 5 plus 2 root 6 divided by 25 minus 2 square root 6 square. which is equal to 5 plus 2 root 6 divided by 25 minus 4 into 6, which is 5 plus 2 root 6 divided by 25 minus 24, which is simply 5 plus 2 root 6. So what you see here is we have got the value of 1 by x as 5 plus 2 root 6. But what do we need to find out? We need to find out the value of root x plus 1 by root x. So we start from here. So we have, and you know that when you square root x, you get x. When you square 1 by root x, you get 1 by x. So that is why you take root x plus 1 by root x and you take the square of this and expand. So you get root x square a square plus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, which is equal to, now here root x and root x will cancel. You simply get x plus 2 plus 1 by x. See how beautifully we are getting x plus 1 by x here after squaring. That is why here I had found out the value of 1 by x. Okay, we'll use this value now. We'll take x plus 1 by x plus 2. Now we'll put the value. What is the value of x that is given to us? Value of x is given to us as 5 minus 2 root 6. We'll simply put the values. 5 minus 2 root 6. We'll put the value of 1 by x also. 5 plus 2 root 6. And we'll give a plus 2. Okay, so what happens? Plus sign, open the brackets, signs will not change. So this and this will cancel. You simply get 5 plus 2, which is 12. Right? So we're getting the value of root x plus 1 by root x whole square as 12. Therefore, root x plus 1 by root x whole square, we're getting 12. That means root x plus 1 by root x will be equal to, you can take plus or minus sign because we don't need to work with this value. This should be our answer, plus or minus root 12. Now you can convert 12 to a mixed third. Always better to give your answer as a mixed third. Plus or minus, you prime factorize 12 as 2 square into 3. Root x plus 1 by root x is equal to plus or minus root 2 square into root 3, which you get as plus or minus 2 root 3. Okay, that's it. This was method 1. Now I'll show you method 2. Given here in this is, what is the value of x given here? 5 minus 2 root 6. Okay, now what we'll do here is we'll write x as a perfect square. That is, this part we are going to express as a minus b whole square. How to do this? See, 5 minus 6 we write as 2 into 3. Okay, next 5 minus, now under the radical you have 2 and 3, you separate them. Write it as root 2 into root 3. Now see, this I is our 2ab term. So this must be our a square plus b square term, isn't it? So how do I express this as a square plus b square? This is a is root 2. So I write this as root 2 a square plus this is my b. Write it as b square, and this is 2ab. So what does this become? This becomes root 2 minus root 3 square. Yes, this is a minus b whole square form. So what I have done is I have expressed x as a minus b whole square. Okay. Now once I have found out x as a whole square, that means what should be the square root of x? square root of x must be equal to square root of root 2 plus root 3 whole square. Sorry, minus, not plus. Okay, which must be equal to root 2 minus root 3 only. You can take a plus or minus sign, but here since we are taking a positive square root, no point taking the plus or minus sign, or we take only the positive sign. Now, once we have got the value of root x, it is easy to find root 1 by root x. What is 1 by root x? 1 by root x here is 1 by root 2 minus root 3. We rationalize the denominator. Root 2 plus root 3 divided by root 2 plus root 3 into root 2 minus root 3. So this is root 2 plus root 3 divided by a square minus, this is denominator a square minus b square. So this is root 2 plus root 3 divided by simply 2 minus 3. So in the denominator you have got negative 1. You have got a negative sign in the denominator, which you can always take in to the numerator to give you root 2 plus root 3. Right? So what you get here is minus root 2 minus root 3. Right? Once you have got root x and the value of 1 by root x, you had to find out the value of root x plus 1 by root x. So hence root x plus 1 by root x is equal to the value of root x we have found as root 2 minus root 3 plus, and the value of 1 by root x is root 2 minus root 3. So this is root 2 minus root 3 minus root 2 minus root 3. Okay, so this, what happens? This cancels here. So you get minus 2 root 3. See, here we are getting a minus sign. Here we were not getting, here we are taking the plus or minus sign, right? Here we are getting only the minus sign. Why we are getting the minus sign? Because here we are only getting the minus sign because we are taking the positive square root here, right? Here we are taking both the signs, but out here we are taking only one sign. If we had taken plus or minus here also, we would have got plus or minus here also. Is that absolutely clear to everyone? The story of sign.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It seems. Number 32. Question is, if a plus b plus c is equal to 12 and a square and b square plus c square is equal to 100, find ab plus bc plus ca. So if you see, there are three variables there, a, b and c. You already know a plus b plus c whole square formula. We use that. A plus b plus c whole square. You know this as a square plus b square plus c square plus twice ab plus bc plus ca. See that you have to find the value of ab plus bc plus ca. That means you have to find out the value of this, right? What values do you know? You know the value of this. How much is this value? 100. You know the value of a plus b plus c. So you know the value of this also, 12, right? So put the values. In the next step, a plus b plus c, instead of a plus b plus c, I will put the value 12. So you get 12 square is equal to, let us put this also within brackets, a square plus b square plus c square value is 100 plus twice ab plus bc plus ca. So now you have 144 is equal to 100 plus twice ab plus bc plus ca. Now you take 100 on the other side. You get 144 minus 100 is equal to twice AB plus BC plus C. That means 144 minus 100 is 44 is equal to twice AB plus BC plus C. So that means AB plus BC plus CA must be equal to 44 divided by 2. So that means what is your answer? It's 22.
So 22.
That's it. Okay, so I'll stop here.